So, I have done my very first game dev stream, and might I say it went very successfully. I went much, much further than I thought I would. I made far more progress than I thought I would. Originally, setting out, I thought, okay, if all I can do tonight is make a green block move left and right, I will be happy. Instead, what I've got is a character that will face the opposite direction if you go to the left, or will face the other direction if you go right. The character can jump. The character can actually jump, which is amazing. And they can also die even. If I was thanks to the tutorial I was watching, which I'll name drop here in a moment. Because of that tutorial, I can now also make the character die if they fall below a certain point. And then after they die, they will reset and they will go back up to, basically the starting point, which is fantastic. Oh, also, camera movement. To get the camera to follow the player up to a certain point, which is really fantastic. So the tutorials I was following during the stream was a YouTuber called Let's Make a Game Together, and this person has earned my subscription because his tutorials are fantastic. I was able to follow along quite nicely. I mean, because I already code as part of my day job, I can do that with a certain amount of proficiency anyway. So when it came to the coding proportions, I was able to follow along quite nicely. So yeah. More than pleased with how this turned out, and so I think maybe what I'll do, I'm not sure if I'll do this every time, but what I've done for this time is that I have sped up the stream, almost like speed paint kind of style, with my commentary over top of it. I don't know if I'll do this every time I do a dev stream. I'm also not entirely sure if I would necessarily stream every single moment of development, because, I mean, some parts I want to keep as a surprise, which, before I show a final demo of just basically what I learned for the night, what I will say first is, what I'll mention first is basically what I want this game to be. As a finished product is, I wanted it to be a 2D platformer that is like a pixel art style, so very much a retro style 2D platformer, and I wanted to try to incorporate as many positive experiences that I've had in a 2D side scroller as much as humanly possible. So there are elements where there's shooting, not shooting, standard jump on top of bad guys. Oh my gosh, and the list will go on. There might be parts where where you're flying around in a spaceship. There might be parts where you have where you're running and gunning. There will be permanent and temporary upgrades. And the format that I'd like it to follow is kind of like a Super Mario 3 kind of style, where you're on a map and you choose the level that you want to play, and there might be multiple paths to get there. Every world will have a different theme. So yeah, I mean, let's see. It's it's a little late. That's kind of all I can think of for now. But yeah, I'm really hoping that this is going to be an awesome game by the time I'm done with it. I've got a lot of ambition with this project. So let me show you the last. Let me show you the demo of what I learned before I end this video. And I will see you in the next game. Play. Goes left and right. And then fall, and he resets. Very nice. And he can jump. Boom. He faces the other way when turning around. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. And he will die and reset if he falls down too low. That is awesome. That is fantastic. I'm very pleased with that.